talking about the same conversation that happened 40 years ago. Today's Democrats are advocating in many cases for the rights to have an abortion beyond the birth of the child. And most Americans would say that's not something that sits well with me. And so for Democrats to go out on the campaign trail, if they want to put all their eggs in this basket and have this conversation about a much more aggressive to have a much more aggressive conversation about this issue, I think that will be at their own political peril because it is so far out of step with where most Americans feel on this very sensitive issue.
But to Cassie's point, I don't know of any serious leading Democrat, any real elected Democrat that supports abortion for a baby already delivered. That is extreme. That's murder in this country. And no Democrat supports that. I support fundamental limits on abortion in terms of
Virginia.
Well, which governor supports actual murder of a child delivered?
Former governor of Virginia. That was a big scandal you guys
Cassie,
tried to push under the rug.
Which governor?
But so address
Ralph Northam.
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
Well,
there's a radio interview
that's actual murder, Cassie. But listen.
Okay, so I don't know what she's referring to there. Let's say that we accept everything that we just said and assume that she's acting in good faith, which is a crazy thing to do, but we're gonna do it for the sake of this, just as fun. She doesn't even remember the name of that guy. So one could make the argument that he's hardly a leader in the Democratic Party. And honestly, that former Biden surrogate who was like, no leading Democrat supports that. You could go a little bit further. It's not just that not leading elected Democrats support that. Who supports that? I've talked about abortion a lot on this show. Don't recall ever advocating for, like, I don't know, maybe as like at the 1-year birthday, you get a redo. You know, I don't remember that. David, to be fair, I haven't seen every video that you've put out. Have you advocated for post-birth abortion? I'm pretty sure you haven't, but feel free to correct the record.
No, I have not. I mean, it's not murder until what, like age 2? Like it's just abortion until age 2. Like what is does she even realize what she's saying? Because I don't think she does. Like this really sounds like somebody who just, is all engaged in complete right-wing lunatic media. Heard some, I assume, some interview that was taken out of context or something that was said that she construed differently, and she thinks abortion after birth, like, is a thing that first of all exists, and then second of all that anybody actually supports or has discussed supporting. Like, how can anybody be this stupid? It is just Seeing this kind of garbage amazes me. And guess who they're the ones that actually are pro-murder. If you are anti-choice, you are forcing women to have unsafe abortions and more women will die. That is a fact. So they are anti-women and pro-death. That is actual messaging that Democrats can use and would be factual. That would be actual fighting. I would love to see Democrats actually go out there and say that, because that is true. So there is no, abortion after birth, but there is pro-death, anti-women conservatives. They're the ones in support of getting rid of a woman's right to choose.
Exactly, yeah, and even that lunatic who apparently wants every fetus to be born, then she immediately turns it back on them. She doesn't give a damn what happens to them if they're, drinking like lead-tainted water and stuff like that. If they have no educational prospects, if they're going to be born into a world that's going to be wrecked by climate change, screw them. But at least they were born. That's where the obligation really ends. And she's just making it up. This is what basically all Republican politics is really need to get people worked up. So something about babies, I guess. I don't know. They're aborting them, or they're eating them, or they're having sex with them. I don't know. What'll work? What'll make you love me? And honestly, you said that she doesn't know what she's talking about and she's stupid, and that's true. But as I always say, you only ever in this industry are as smart as you need to be. Like I say, Charlie Kirk gets tons of retweets. He's never had an actual thought in his life, but why would he? He already gets the retweets. She's already going on Fox News. I'm not being brought onto major news networks, so she doesn't need to be any smarter or funnier or more compassionate or more talented or anything. That's just the way that it works, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is really easy to be a conservative in my country as well, but also in your country, because it involves no thinking whatsoever. We could decide today, you know what? We want to make a ton of money. Well, this is why I left the left, because they're eating babies, and we will end up on Fox News. Like it's that easy, because you don't have to think at all. As long as you say the right things, you use the right buzzwords, and you know the right people, you will make a lot of money and be successful just pushing out garbage to millions of people.
Exactly. Yeah, Tucker will help you like get your Substack, get some more subscriptions. He'll be happy to briefly. They will wring from you whatever lingering credibility you have from having formerly been on the left, and then that'll be it. And you'll get money, you'll have a nice house, and you'll have helped really evil people destroy this country. But that's a bargain that some people make.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.